So welcome to this yin practice here today. We're going to focus upon the liver and the gallbladder meridian. So two energy lines, two meridians that are connected to anger, for example. So if you feel really frustrated after sitting home for a longer period of time, this is your practice. We're going to work with hip openers. We're going to work with some stretches for the front side of the hips, also to release tension there, especially if you are maybe sitting down a lot. I know I am. I'm actually sitting down for most of the day now, so we're going to work with that. We're going to start with a meditation, so see how you want to come and sit. I'm sitting on top of a pillow right now. You can use whatever pillow you have available to you, or a yoga block if you have that one as well. And from there, bringing our shoulders all the way up, and from there bringing them down, and then placing the back of the hands on the legs or on the knees. It doesn't matter how you're sitting right now. See if you can tuck your tailbone in just a little bit more. And then see if you can bring your attention all the way towards the place in between the eyebrows, towards the third eye. And from there, slowly guiding that focus more towards the middle of the head. And then see if you can use your focus here to capture some remaining thoughts or things that are running through your head. Taking a moment to notice them. And then slowly guide them down towards the back of the throat, so you can breathe them out every single exhalation. Taking your deep breaths through the nose on that inhalation. Those deep breaths out either through the nose or through the mouth on the exhalation. See if you can take a moment to notice if in these past couple days there was some anger present within you. Maybe you got irritated by something that you were doing, or maybe something that you wanted to work, but what didn't? Something that you can bring that full focus towards. Without anything that is distracting you. And notice if you can observe what was happening during that moment where you felt that anger. In that moment where you noticed that that irritation was arising. And if it is something that you can take with you during the practice, in order to allow yourself to breathe it all out. From there, slowly bringing the chin towards the chest, taking a couple more deep breaths here. And from here, breathing all the way in, bringing the arms up. Breathing out, bringing your hands down in front of your heart. Breathing in, circle all the way up. And from there, breathing out, placing the hands over your eyes, taking a moment here. And from here, circling the arms all the way up. Slowly bringing the hands in front of you. Come and sit onto the butt if you're not already there. And then from there, placing the soles of the feet against each other. We're going to start with butterfly. And from here, rolling those shoulders all the way up and down. And then slowly see if you want to bring your chin towards your chest. You want to start here, or you can maybe grab some stuff here, maybe your pillow, maybe some blocks to support yourself here. If you notice that you're dropping back, you can always bring those feet a little bit more to the front and then go down from there. See if you want to take 5 more deep breaths here. And slowly rolling your head all the way back up, rolling the rest of your body back up. Placing your hands behind you, slowly bringing those knees back together, taking a moment to drop the knees from side to side. So one beautiful thing of this whole Corona crisis is that teaching yoga from home also means that there can be noises in the background here at my place. Maybe you noticed it in the beginning of our practice, maybe you didn't, that my cat had a really creative way of climbing on top of the couch. And that my boyfriend was trying to be really, really quiet with putting away the groceries. But even when that happens, for some reason it always tends to happen when we're practicing with stuff like this, like irritation and anger. So it's a good practice in itself here. From this one, we're going to practice with a pose that I personally really like, but can also sometimes incite some anger or maybe irritation for some of us, which is actually the Hindi squat. So what you're going to do is you're going to come onto all fours, and then from there we're slowly going to move it back, placing the feet into the ground, maybe moving a bit from side to side, and then from there placing the elbows on the inside, hands together, so we don't actively push it all the way open. We keep it soft here, maybe dropping your head, bringing your hands behind your head, and maybe slowly taking your time here to move to the front and back. I'm not going to stay here really long. So for now, see if you want to take 5 more deep breaths here. Be dropping your arms here. And then slowly placing your hands in front of you and slowly bringing your butt up and just moving it a bit from side to side here. Letting your head just hang here, maybe moving your head as well, shaking yes or no. And then from there, slowly moving back into downward dog, because from there we're gonna bring the right leg towards the front. So the right foot is going towards the left hand and the knee towards the right hand for swan. And then from there we slowly move that left leg back. And then there are 2 options here. Either you can go for sleeping swan, for which you can go either onto the elbows, or maybe using blocks here to support yourself. Another option is to slowly move yourself a little bit more to the left from here, so either on the elbows or on the hands. Make sure the butt stays as much in the middle as possible, and then from there dropping your head. So we have a swan pose with a little bit more of a side opener here on the side. So see if you want to keep it in the middle, or if you want to move it a little bit out either on the elbows or on the hands, and then see where you want to let go in the neck, dropping your head if it feels comfortable, or keeping it up if you are a little bit higher, maybe with your hands supporting yourself. I'm going to stay here for 5 more deep breaths. And slowly moving yourself back either to downward facing dog or to all fours. It doesn't matter if you are on all fours or in down dog. See if you slowly want to move from side to side. Maybe you want to bring your butt all the way back for a moment, moving here, or to come and sit. And then here on the knees, opening those arms and giving yourself a big hug. And from there, slowly moving onto all fours again, or back to downward facing dog, whatever is easier for you right now. And then from there, moving that left knee towards the front, towards that left wrist, and your left foot towards your right wrist, placing that right leg back. And then again, having the option of coming onto the hands here in the middle, or maybe walking in a little bit more towards the right side, or going down into the elbows. Same option here also, to maybe walk to the right side with the elbows. So we create also a little bit of a side stretch here for the gallbladder meridian, or if you want your focus to be a little bit more on the hip and on the front side of the right leg, So here it's actually more liver meridian. And then see if you want to stay here. Keeping your head up or dropping it down, whatever feels most comfortable for you right now. See what is coming up for you, maybe in this pose as well. Is your body telling you? Do you notice maybe certain thoughts that are trying to go for your attention? Can you allow yourself to bring your focus towards those thoughts, allowing yourself to guide them through the back of the throat so you can breathe them out on your exhalation? Taking 5 more deep breaths here. And then from there, slowly moving yourself back either to downward dog or to all fours. And then slowly moving yourself from side to side. Or maybe coming to sit again, maybe making a soft twist on each side. And from there, we slowly come and sit onto the butt. And then from there, we're opening up those legs to the side. And you can place them as far as you want. You can go quite far here. My feet are disappearing behind the stuff that I have here. Or you go for the golden triangle. So placing the legs roughly with a distance in between the feet so that one leg would actually be the same length of the space in between the feet here. From there we have the option of placing a pillow or maybe a couple of blocks underneath your arms or underneath the head if you want to go to the front a bit more. In my case, I'm going to use them to support the chest here. So from here you have that option of coming here, dropping your head. If you notice that you're dropping a bit back or there is a lot of tension going on in the back of the legs, then see if you maybe want to place something underneath the knees or place those legs a little bit closer. And then from there, choosing your option. Whatever that is for you here today. And then see if you can allow yourself to drop the head as well. If you notice that this is quite intense, you can always support your head with some books or blocks underneath the head. So again, it's a hip opener, especially if you move those feet further away from each other. It's also a stretch for the lower back, the neck, the shoulders. They're all joining that release that we're going for in our body. Taking 5 more deep breaths here. And slowly rolling all the way back up. Let's see if you maybe want to make some soft side bends here. And from there, moving back onto the back, rolling it all the way down, bringing the knees towards the chest, little circles here. And also the other way around. And then from there are actually two options. First option is to drop both knees towards the right side, or if you have enough space next to you and you want a little bit more, you stretch the legs out. So we're going to twist with stretched legs. A bit of a different sensation than when we keep them bended, but it also depends on how much space you have next to you right now, of course. And from there, releasing those shoulders. And see if you can bring your focus all the way towards the side here of your upper body, maybe also the whole line down on the outside of the left leg, how it all the way goes down towards the heels. Having a twist as a boost for our digestive system. Also a stretch here for the gallbladder meridian that runs on the side of our upper body and the side of our leg. Taking 5 more deep breaths here. And slowly bending your knees and then bringing those knees back in the middle, all the way towards your chest, little circles here. And depending on the space that you have next to you, maybe you don't need to move right now, but I'm gonna turn it around so I have enough space to also put my legs to the other side. So moving those knees here. And then from there, slowly either dropping the knees to the left side or stretching those legs out there again. You can place your arms wherever you feel like. And on this side, noticing how the outside of the right upper body, the outside of the right leg feels right now. And 5 more deep breaths on this side. And slowly bending the knees, bringing those knees back in the middle. Slowly moving the knees around here. From there, placing the feet a little bit wider and then the hips, and then slowly moving the knees from side to side. And then we're already going for our last pose before Shavasana. And that's going to be lying butterfly. So you place the soles of the feet against each other and then drop the knees open to the side. You can bring your arms either next to you, or maybe you want to place those hands underneath your head, bringing those elbows out to the side. And then closing your eyes here again. Taking 5 more deep breaths here as well. And then slowly bringing those knees back together. Bringing those arms down, maybe making some circles here again with the knees. And now from there, making yourself ready for the final relaxation for Shavasana. Maybe grabbing a blanket to stay warm. You can stretch the legs out, arms open next to the body with the inside of the hands facing the ceiling. And while you are getting ready to lay down here, I will go into a seated position. So later on I can wake you up with the singing bowl and wind chime. And the singing bowl that I will use, the tone, it's actually tone A, which is the tone connected to our third eye chakra. Chakra connected to the intuition. And especially in times where we can feel some unrest, where we can feel that things are maybe not going in the way that we would like them to go, or maybe we feel more irritation or frustration throughout the day, then actually this third eye chakra, this intuition, can guide us in a beautiful way once we start to listen to it. So here in your final relaxation, see if you can listen to that inner voice. See if you can allow any bit of frustration that is maybe present still. If you can let it all drain into the earth, into the ground, and making yourself ready for a really relaxed evening and a relaxed end of your day. And slowly start to move the hands, start to move the feet. And see how you want to wake up your body. Slowly moving onto your side before coming back up into a seated position. Maybe moving a bit from side to side once you're there. And then from there, hands in front of your heart. Thank you so much for joining. Namaste.